All right, guys. Actually, super proud of the group today. When you look at the candle, the daily candle on the SPY, you almost can't see it. That is an incredibly narrow range. Let's see what the high was 630, 615. The low was basically 634. So a little over $2 in range, which is crazy on a 600 something basis, right? So anyway, let me throw this up. But that's why I'm proud of you guys because I mean, overall, boring day for the overall market. Please pause the video and read that if you're a new member. But some great stuff in chat. Sahil, I took some screenshots. Sahil gave KSS over 8, which was right there. Worked right away, went all the way over 8. Over 80, sorry. I'm not even drinking, I swear. I might later. Over 80, which is short for 1280, which was right there. My bad. Anyway, still went up over a buck from there. Really nice job, Sahil. Sahil's been on fire, by the way. You got to keep a close eye on his posts. If you're in chat, OKLO. Kevin P gave the second mouse. So even if you missed the initial run, then it started flagging, and he gave the entry right there, which took about 5 or 10 minutes to really get going, and ended up going up over 77, over $4 from his call. Really nice call. And then I gave an early idea over the mic today, so I don't have a screenshot of my call because I did it over the mic. But I called the inside fives, which was right here on FFAI, and that would have been at $3.06. Worst case stop right here with about, I think, 15 cents below, and it went to 361. But another one where that's the kind of setups we look for that work right away, right? Recent high flyer. You can't see here, I don't have the daily chart up, but stacked catalysts on the daily, inside fives, just a really nice entry. And I know a bunch of us got that. So anyway, hat tip to all of us for finding stuff to trade on a day where the SPY looks like a little dot, right? All right, so what are we watching for tomorrow? LIMN. I got to type it right first. Biggest volume ever and a strong close. Certainly could have a follow through day tomorrow. CURR is still, you kind of had this cup, maybe a handle forming. Interesting over that area. LTBR, you'll see why this one's on watch. For one, it's kind of coiling here, right? You can kind of picture a triangle forming on the daily. But this one tends to run with what we call the baby nukes, and they're all on watch too. So let me show those real quick. OKLO was the biggest one breaking out today. SMR also trying to break out there above new recent highs, and NNE, a little bit of a laggard to the other. So when those run, and the thesis behind those, they're small nuclear energy facilities meant to run data centers, right? So it's certainly an interesting space to watch. And so anyway, if those get going again, that makes me like that LTBR even more. So that's the baby nuke space. NVTS, there's no real chart set up here other than you had a big rip and it's climbing a little bit, it feels like every day. So today's high, 928. Maybe we open below 9 tomorrow and get a break of 9. So we have a whole number inflection point, knowing that 928 and 948 are potential catalysts on the daily chart. DPRO is just coiling after this big rip, and then an offering. It's still held up really well and is really coiled, so that one goes on watch. Sleeper pick here, ARAI, has only been trading since May, but you had this, Kevin P was all over it this day. I remember that. It went from under 7 to over 15. It's been going really sideways ever since. If I can get this volume out of there by zooming in, you can see today was a big volume day for this one. Still not even 1 million shares though, so it's a thinner stock. But one of my top watches topped out today at 1286. So it actually broke above these little middle highs, if you will. And then you have the all-time high, and then you have this high of whatever it was, 1573. So it's a sleeper pick. But let's keep our eyes on it. IRBT, trying to break out yesterday. Today, put in a candle, look like the daily on the SPY, right? Just a quiet inside day. Still want to watch that one. KALA, lower volume stock. Big volume today for that stock, but still only a little over 600,000 shares. But interesting, kind of a breakout level right there. CYCC. Unfortunately, I love this chart. If you take today's candle out of it, I love this chart. Unfortunately, it popped in pre-market. And like 4 people could have got it, right? But it's still interesting to me. So kind of have this flag after this big volume, and this one can really move at times. Today's high, 1987. I do think that's worth keeping an eye on. PEW, the ugliest chart in the world, got uglier. I'm still going to keep it on watch. Not one green candle since the symbol change from CLBR. But I mean, it's getting a little stupid now. And again, I've had no clear entry as a bounce play, but you guys know what I look for. My favorite thing to see, sideways all day and an afternoon high of day break. I would take that for a bounce play. And then RKT, which has been really strong. Then you had the gap up in 2 red days, kind of retesting the breakout area here. I like this a lot as a potential bounce play tomorrow. So we got to watch diligently together, right, for our bounce play setups as we trade tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys in pre-market, and we'll add some gappers to the list.